Welcome to the Special Forces in World War II YouTube channel created by the Special Forces in World War II team. At RAF Welford Airfield in Berkshire, in the tense and decisive days leading up to the Allied invasion of Normandy, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill arrives to visit American paratroopers of the 101st Airborne Division. The visit is highly symbolic, serving both to underscore the unity of the Allied war effort and to offer personal encouragement to the men who are soon to lead one of the most daring assaults of the Second World War. Churchill is received with full military honors by General Dwight D. Eisenhower, Supreme Commander of the Allied Expeditionary Force, who is himself deeply involved in final preparations for Operation Overlord. At Eisenhower's side stands Brigadier General Maxwell D. Commander of the 101st Airborne Division, whose troops are tasked with a critical role in the initial phase of the invasion, securing key routes and bridges inland from the Normandy beaches to delay or block German counterattacks. The occasion is marked by both ceremony and purpose. Churchill is introduced to senior officers and key personnel, many of whom will be among the first to enter enemy-occupied territory. The Prime Minister, a seasoned wartime leader, is keenly aware of the risks these men face. His presence at Welford is not merely for show. It is an expression of solidarity and shared resolve at a moment when the outcome of the war hangs in the balance. As part of the visit, a parachute demonstration is conducted, showcasing the readiness, precision, and determination of the airborne forces. In a carefully choreographed display, waves of Douglas C-47 transport aircraft roar overhead before paratroopers leap into the open sky in rapid succession. Their parachutes blossom above them in near-perfect formation, creating a dramatic and disciplined descent over the open fields surrounding Royal Air Force Welford. The demonstration is designed not merely to impress, but to illustrate the operational capabilities of the 101st Airborne Division, men trained to be inserted deep behind enemy lines under the cover of darkness. Following the demonstration, Churchill is invited to inspect two key components of the airborne assault force: the British Airspeed Horsa glider and the American Waco CG-4A glider. These unpowered aircraft are crucial to the success of upcoming operations, tasked with silently delivering troops, vehicles, and supplies behind enemy lines during the initial hours of the invasion. The British Airspeed Horsa glider is largely made of wood, reflecting Britain's need to conserve strategic metals during wartime production. With a capacity of up to 30 troops or a mixture of heavy equipment, including anti-tank guns or jeeps, the Horsa plays a vital role in transporting reinforcements and material during airborne assaults. Its forward fuselage can be detached to allow for rapid unloading upon landing, a feature designed to maximize combat readiness in the critical first moments on the ground. In contrast, the Waco CG-4A, manufactured primarily in the United States, is a compact and rugged glider constructed of fabric-covered wood and metal framing. Capable of carrying 13 fully armed troops or a combination of cargo, such as a jeep or a 75mm howitzer, it is typically towed by a C-47 Dakota and released near the landing zone. The Waco's small size allows for a low landing profile, making it suitable for improvised landing areas in hostile territory. Churchill examines both aircraft closely, guided by senior officers who explain their deployment during the forthcoming operations. He recognizes the ingenuity and bravery required to pilot these gliders into enemy territory, without engines, exposed to ground fire, and reliant on precision navigation. After inspecting the gliders and witnessing the parachute demonstration, Churchill addresses the assembled paratroopers with words of encouragement and deep admiration. Standing before rows of young men preparing for one of the most dangerous assignments of the war, he speaks with characteristic resolve and clarity. He praises their courage, their discipline, and the vital role they are about to play in the liberation of Europe. With his familiar bulldog tenacity, he reminds them that history will remember their actions, that the fate of nations rests upon their shoulders, and that they embody the unity of purpose between Britain and the United States. His words strike a chord with the troops. For many, this is the first time they have seen the British Prime Minister in person. Though Churchill is not a military commander, his presence and rhetoric lend a sense of weight and solemnity to the moment. He does not disguise the risks ahead, but he leaves them with a sense of purpose, honor, and international solidarity. As the visit concludes, Churchill steps into a Dodge 3/4-ton T-214 truck and is driven away from the presentation area. The vehicle, simple and utilitarian, contrasts with the momentous nature of the occasion, yet it suits the tone. This is not a ceremonial visit, but a meeting of leaders and soldiers on the threshold of battle. His departure leaves a strong impression on all present. Both American and British personnel sense the historical gravity of the moment. The visit strengthens the resolve of the paratroopers and underscores the unity of Allied command as the final countdown to D-Day begins. Thank you for watching the Special Forces in World War II YouTube channel, an unwavering digital fortress committed to preserving the history of elite and specialized units in World War II. Our mission is clear: to provide a comprehensive view of the elite units and formations that played pivotal roles in the Second World War. This extensive dossier includes their frontline battles, innovative weaponry, strategic maneuvers, and the brave soldiers who faced the crucible of combat. The World War II SOF Virtual Museum is our dynamic field operation, continually uncovering layers of historical knowledge. We also maintain outposts on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to enhance our information dissemination. If you possess relevant intelligence to support our mission, don't hesitate to share it with us. Your contributions will be prominently featured in our operational archives. For those willing to provide substantial support, visit our Patreon forward base and enlist. Your backing is crucial to sustaining our mission. Together, let's carry forth this legacy.